Hey, fans! That's right, no bell ringer today, but it's time for the test. The test on DNA replication, transcription, and translation using some old Regents questions. Okay, so yeah, I will let you take the test multiple times if you need to. So do your best on this test, and of course, who's going to review the stuff Regent style. All right, let's see what we got here. Question one. Researchers performing a well designed experiment should base their conclusions on A, the hypothesis of the experiment, B, data from repeated trials of the experiment, C, a small sample size to ensure a reliable outcome of the experiment, or D, results predicted before performing the experiment. Number two, the diagram that refers to the following. The diagram below represents nucleotides. We've got adenine, guanine, uracil, and cytosine. Uracil and cytosine. Which structure pairs with the adenine molecule during the formation of messenger RNA? Is it one, two, three, or four? Number three, chromosomes can be best described as A, large molecules that have only one function, B, reproductive cells composed of molecular bases, C, folded chains of bonded glucose molecules, or D, coiled strands of genetic material. Hmm. Number five, I guess I forgot to do a number four. Good thing you're paying attention. This is a constructed response. You're going to have to write your answer in complete sentences. Since DNA has a unique structure that does not allow it to leave the nucleus, how does the DNA message get to the rest of the cell? Question six refers to the following. The diagram below represents part of an organic molecule. Right? In this model, weak hydrogen bonds connect. Is it answer choice A, Y to G? Is it answer choice B, G to T? Is it answer choice C, X to Y? Or is it answer choice D, G to C? Number seven, a certain protein is found in mitochondria, chloroplasts, and bacteria. This provides evidence that plants and bacteria, A, have some similar DNA base sequences, B, contain certain pathogenic microbes, C, can use carbon dioxide to make proteins, or D, digest proteins into simple sugars. Number eight. Diagram below represents a portion of a strand of a DNA molecule. Which diagram represents the strand of DNA that is complementary to the strand above? Is it A, B, C, D? Number nine, if an organism reproduces asexually, its offspring will most likely be A, produced from specialized cells known as gametes, B, produced as a result of fertilization, C, genetically identical to the parent, D, genetically unique from its offspring. Number 10, which base is normally used in the synthesis of RNA, but not in the synthesis of DNA? A, uracil, B, adenine, C, guanine, D, cytosine. Question 11 refers to the following. The diagram below contains arrows representing different processes occurring in a cell. So you have DNA and it's going to RNA, going to DNA, RNA to proteins, proteins to enzymes and cell parts. Process one is known as A, translocation, B, mutation, C, replication, D, non-disjunction. All right, about a third of the way through the test. I hope you're feeling good. You tell me how you feeling. Good to hear. I like to hear it. Yep, we're going to keep motoring through our test. Question 12. Question 12. What best explains why antibiotics are not effective in killing viruses? A, viruses are not alive. B, antibiotics act as catalysts that increase the rate of reproduction. C, antibiotics only cause viruses to hibernate and cannot actually destroy them. D, antibiotics are effective on viruses but must be taken for longer periods of time to be completely eradicated. Number 13, another constructed response. You're going to have to write your answer in complete sentences. Number 13, scientists study proteins that a species creates in order to link it to other species that it may be related to. What is the link between having similar proteins? "14. Which one of the following statements best describes a chromosome? A, it contains hundreds of genetically identical DNA molecules. B, it has genetic information contained in DNA. C, it is a reproductive cell that influences more than one trait. D, it is a gene that has thousands of different forms." Number 15. In all organisms, the coded instructions for specifying the characteristics of the organisms are directly determined by the arrangement of the A, 20 kinds of amino acids in each protein. B, 4 types of molecular bases in the genes. C, strands of simple sugars in certain carbohydrate molecules. Or D, 23 pairs of genes on each chromosome. Number 16. What human disorder is characterized by a group of abnormal body cells that suddenly begins to undergo cell division at a very rapid rate? Is it A, color blindness, B, hemophilia, C, albinism, D, cancer? This one looks complicated. Let's see what it says. The diagram below represents a sequence of events in a biological process that occurs within human cells. You've got molecule A and a dashed line going out. It's in the nucleus, going out to the ribosome. And molecule B is a receptor molecule. Molecule A with a dashed line going to ribosome. Molecule C is an enzyme. Molecule A, a dashed line going out to ribosome. Molecule D is a hormone. 17. According to the diagram, molecules B, C, and D are similar in that they are usually A, composed of amino acids, B, composed of genetic information, C, involved in the diffusion of oxygen into the cell, D, involved in the synthesis of antibiotics. Which of the following models best represents the relationship between a cell, a nucleus, a gene, and a chromosome? Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Or is it D? Which one of the following statements describes starches, fats, proteins, and DNA? A, they are used to assemble larger inorganic materials. B, they are used to store genetic information. C, they are complex molecules made from smaller molecules. D, they are simple molecules and they are used as energy sources. Question 20 refers to the following. The diagram below represents parts of two nucleic acid molecules. Looks like we have a DNA and an RNA. If strand X, this strand, serves as a template for the synthesis of strand Z, the base sequence of the fragment of strand Z is shown is it A, ACUG, or choice B, UGAC, choice C, TGAC, or choice D, ACTG? Here we go. Number 21. What is a virus composed of? A, several nuclei and ribosomes. B, proteins and nucleic acids. C, mitochondria and several nuclei. Or D, endospores. Question 22. The diagram below represents part of a double-stranded DNA molecule. Here we go. The base sequence of strand 2 is most likely A, B, C, or D. Two-thirds of the way through the test, right? That's yeah, pretty good. We're gonna make it. I think 6/9, I guess, is what I was trying to say through the test. All right, how you doing? Good. Let's move on. The diagrams below, question 23, the diagrams below represent portions of the genes that code for wing structure in two organisms of the same species. Gene 1 was taken from cells of the female with normal wings. Gene 2 was taken from cells of a female with abnormal wings. The abnormal wing structure was most likely due to A, a substitution, B, normal replication, C, an insertion, or D, a deletion. Deletion. 24. Which phrase best describes the process represented in the diagram below? A, identical gametes being formed by mitotic cell division. B, developments of seeds within an ovule. C, daughter cells being formed by mitotic cell division. Or D, germination of a pollen grain in a flower. "25. Which bases tend to pair with each other in a double-stranded molecule of DNA? Is it A, guanine and adenine, B, adenine with uracil, C, thymine with adenine, or D, cytosine with thymine? 26. The diagram below represents a DNA molecule. What would be the base sequence of strand X? Strand X, would it be A, B, C, or D? "27. The type of molecule represented below is found in organisms. Which one of the following statements correctly describes the sequence of bases found in this type of molecule? A, it determines the characteristics that will be inherited. B, it directly controls the synthesis of starch within a cell. C, it changes every time it replicates. D, it is exactly the same in all organisms." Number 28. The diagram below shows some steps in protein synthesis. The section of DNA being used to make the strand of mRNA is known as a ribosome, B, a carbohydrate, C, a chromosome, D, a gene. Which diagram most correctly represents the process of mitosis? Is it A, B, C, or D? All right, here's a written response question. Again, answer in a complete sentence, please. Number 30, when a mutation occurs in a cell, state what happens to the DNA structure. Number 31, the genetic code for one amino acid consists of A, 4 hydrogen bonds, B, 3 bases, C, 2 phosphates, or D, 5 sugar molecules. Question 32 refers to the following. Structure A contains a small polysaccharide, B, messenger RNA molecule, C, genetic code, or D, single nucleotide only? Question 33 refers to the problem for the following. Messenger RNA codes for selected amino acids. We've got some here. Which base sequence of DNA molecule produces a codon on an mRNA molecule that will allow the amino acid arginine to be incorporated into a protein? Is it A, CGA? Is it B, GCT? Is it C, GCU? Or is it D, CGU? Question 34. The code of a gene is delivered to the enzyme producing region of a cell by a messenger RNA molecule, B, a hormone, C, a DNA molecule, or D, a nerve impulse. Question 35 refers to the following. The diagram below represents a portion of messenger RNA molecule associated with a ribosome. The presence of which nitrogen base indicates that the molecule associated with the ribosome is an RNA? Is it A, adenine, B, guanine, C, uracil, or D, cytosine? You did it. You made it. Isn't this great? Makes me feel like dancing here on a Thursday, Hockey Jersey Thursday, test day Thursday. All right. Hope you did well. And yeah, let me know or retake it if you need to. What the heck? Do it.